Hello, this is The Way of Fairness, soon to be also Team Fairness. And the new website is going to be online soon. So you can purchase products, um, t shirts, baseball caps, coffee mugs, etc., with logos like Team Fairness, support the World Fairness Agreement, etc. I was thinking about the way we have aspects in our life that are trying to dominate and control us, like religion, government, just society itself. We have to comply with society, and we're born and we have to comply with the family. And that's how it is for humans, and that's how we evolved in that system, that we have to surrender our ego to serve the bigger, to serve what's keeping us alive. We have to pull our own weight, you know. We have to be helpful to the outside so that us, the inside, is supported by the outside. So, having said that, we have our ego problem as humans, and so collectively we align into groups that are trying to take over with one religion that's going to rule all, or one government idea will rule all, or one gang will rule the whole city, and then there's conflict with the other gang that uh, wants to have their turf. So it's like a turf battle, right? For resources, tribal warfare. One tribe's trying to take over the whole area, so they have all the best places for food and shelter and so forth historically, and that plays out from ancient history to this very day. Um, that's why we need to realize where we're headed as humans and join together with the World Fairness Agreement so that we can stay here on the planet without extinction. And one of the main parts of being here is to have joy. It really is. To have happiness. And we are competing for the joy, for the pleasure, for the happiness. And it ends up we're in misery because we're competing in an unfair way. Actually, what made the humans successful is their ability to cooperate. So when we join together for a purpose, we get more than we would have ever gotten individually. So we have our spiritual aspect to humans, and whether you're atheist or not, there's the feelings of joy that happen from altruism, from helping your group out. So like a group of atheists that are helping each other, they will have this joy of altruism. Spirituality is another word for it, and this can be seen in the brain with MRIs. And there's a non-local aspect to it. So we have the two-slit experiment. We have various scientific demonstrations that all is one, as well as we're separate parts, separate people. The idea is that fundamentally, there's one self that's all of us, and there's one wave that's all things. Oneness is fundamental, and separation is secondary. Both are here. We are individual people. But our foundation is oneness. And this is just like a scientific fact. And it's also a spiritual fact from religious understanding. So, I grew up in Christian religion, and I was taught to turn the other cheek. So when someone did me wrong, I forgive them, and I don't do anything, and I turn the other cheek, and they can do it again, and I keep forgiving them. And then eventually what happens is you might get help from some other people around you. Something stops the person that's doing you wrong. You pray for help from the person that's hurting you, and you try to forgive them, and you just pray that Jesus will stop them. Stop him, her. And so my thinking is that from my experience, I suffered a lot needlessly. Now maybe that suffering has some benefit. Everything can be seen in a beneficial way. So from that suffering of turning the other cheek, I came up with the World Fairness Agreement with my ideas that we don't forgive until they stop doing us wrong. I'm not Christian anymore. And I actually think this is what the real spirit of Christianity is about. One of the main teachings we have is the golden rule: do unto others as you would have them to do to you. Now, if I'm being unfair to people, I want my friends to say, hey, Steve, you're being unfair. So that's do unto others as you would have them do unto you. In Christianity, Jesus is supposed to deliver us from evil. And so we don't do it. We just keep turning the other cheek. Look how many different divisions we have in Christianity. It started from the Roman Empire taking over from the revolutions that were going on in the Mideast. There was Gnosticism, and the Roman Empire stopped that, and it systematized the whole religion, and it was a means of government control. So the Christian religion became the biggest power on the planet. And it's based on not having any reciprocity. So they do me wrong, I don't do anything about it other than pray and maybe talk to some other people or whatever. Now, what I have in mind that's going to work better is it's reciprocal. So it's same to you, but more of it. Joy to the world, same to you, but more of it. So when you are given joy, you give back even more joy. And when you are given rejection, you give back even more rejection. They don't want me around, I don't want them around twice as bad. So it's same to you, but more of it. And so it's a way to defend ourselves from those that would do us wrong. If you're going to do us wrong, same to you, but more of it. We're going to do you more wrong. If you're going to help us, we're going to help you even more than you helped us. And so it's just a spirit of intention to accentuate the positive. It's a way to completely quash the negative. Eye for an eye doesn't work either, because people profit from the wars. So we're not physically violent. We don't need to have bullets or guns for this idea. This is a way to get the human mind in alignment, into a oneness of common purpose, to get more joy. Same to you, but more of it. And we're protecting every human being. Each human being is protecting every human being. So we're not against other nations, other tribes, other religions. The religions need to become this way, all of them. That's defined in the World Fairness Agreement. It's just a real generalized writing that presents the idea. It's a simple idea. We don't need a lot of writing involved in it. I probably have more words than are necessary as it is. So it's like Occam's razor. The simplest idea is usually the one that's true to explain phenomena. My past is one in which I have been a scapegoat. I've been tormented. And this idea of same to you, but more of it, I have been able to stop the inner turmoil more effectively than anything else I've ever tried. And it becomes very clear of the opposition to this. Some people are in control and they don't want to have equanimity. They don't want to have equality. They want to be dominating. So that's what street gangs are about. That's what families are about. That's what religions are about. That's tribal warfare mentality. We don't need to stay in that mentality. We can evolve past that. Today's Martin Luther King Day, and the suffering that the black people in America that were kidnapped from Africa and enslaved by white people, it's despicable. And if they join with the way of fairness, with Team Fairness, so when they're not accepted, they're thinking same to you but more of it. We're not accepting you even more. No words need to be spoken. It's really amazing. It's just the mindset that does the work, because of the oneness of the mind. We all are emerged from a collective consciousness, like Carl Jung said. Schrodinger, the guy from Schrodinger's cat, he said that there's one self that's all of us, and that comes from spiritual writings, non-duality. It's called non-dualism. And you notice I haven't really used the word God. Well, I'm a faith-based atheist. It's that oneness that has all power. So I'm asking help from the all-powerful. When someone's doing me wrong, I'm asking the all-powerful to stop them and to teach them a better way, to join Team Fairness. Happy Martin Luther King Day. I hope it's really wonderful for you.